For those of you old enough to remember when the internet showed up and people predicted the end of bricks and mortar, that there would be no more bricks and mortar stores, all shopping would be online. Well, that didn't happen. Turns out people like browsing and trying things on. Now, there are challenges to those bricks and mortar staying open from a strictly numbers standpoint, but we like going shopping. You know, we're hunter-gatherers. And so those predictions were completely wrong, even though the technology would allow for it. And this is part of the problem with technologists, and no disrespect to any of the engineers in the room, but like, technology doesn't solve human problems. Technology won't replace a friend, right? Yes, it might be able to give you some advice in hard times, but at the end of the day, to be able to sit with somebody, and if somebody's going through a hard time, to feel their hand on your shoulder and say, don't worry, I got your back. There's no technology that's ever going to replace that. And I think a lot of the promises of AI are just that. They're promises. And very few of any of them are being realized. Right now, it's fun. It's having, and algorithms are not a new thing.
Right.
You know, we've had AI for a long time. It's becoming more sophisticated without a doubt. Some of it's incredible. But I think a lot of the promises are yet to be realized. So I'm kind of in a wait and see mode. But I'm also doubling down on humanity. You know? And I not to be cynical, but if we go back to the 70s and 80s, where robotics started to show up in factories, for example. And robotics kind of did a lot of harm to the livelihoods of people in blue-collar jobs. They were replaced by robots. Go to a car factory, it's a lot of robots and a few people. It used to be a lot of people with few robots. And when people in those jobs said, you're destroying our livelihoods, sort of the white-collar world, you know, Wall Street and technologists said, you know, just reskill, right? Well, AI is going to do nothing to blue-collar work. Like, AI is not going to replace the baggage handler at the airport. AI is not going to replace your plumber to fix your toilet. It's just not going to happen, right? It's not going to build your house, right? Blue-collar work is about as strong as it can be in the AI world. Where it's going to affect is the knowledge economy. There's going to be a lot of knowledge work that will be replaced by AI, without a doubt. Will it completely decimate it? No. Will there be new jobs created that we can't imagine? Of course. And there will be some new skill sets that we need to go build up. And yes, knowledge work is going to be the place that it's going to hurt, not blue-collar work. You know, it's just that's how it went. But I do think that jobs will switch. So, for example, in my world, the writer is the king, and the editor is like, meh, you know? And I think that'll completely flop. I think, you know, AI can write a shitty first draft of a press release, but you need a person to edit it. And so I think editors, people with good editorial eyes, are going to become heroes. Like, I'm not afraid of AI. AI, like, if you said write a book in the style of Simon Sinek, it'll write a book based on what I've done.
Right.
But it has no idea what I'm thinking. It's not going to come up with the idea of, like, I'm writing a book about friendship. AI would not conceive of that. Right? So I think new ideas and looking forwards, and this is why having why and having purpose and having cause matters, because I'm always looking way ahead, going like this. AI is behind. AI is looking backwards, asking where I came from. I don't care where I came from. I care where I'm going. And so I think the more that we can focus on where we're going, and AI becomes a tool to help do that, but I don't think it's threatening if you're forward focused.